former security guard at St. Catherine University has pleaded guilty to reporting a false crime after accidentally shooting himself and then lying about it. This happened last month in St. Paul. Security officers at St. Kate's are not supposed to carry firearms. 25-year-old Brent Ehlers admitted he made up the story that somebody else shot him after he feared he would lose his job. Police dispatched 55 officers. They were searching for a gunman that the security guard described. Of course, the gunman didn't exist. Ehlers faces up to 90 days in prison when he is sentenced in December.
The open enrollment period starts today for MNsure. Minnesota is one of just 12 states with its own health insurance exchange. Premiums are largely stable in Minnesota this year due to a new $549 million state program to control cost. Open enrollment runs through January 14th. MNsure has call centers standing by to answer any questions people have about signing up. We have a link to where you can find all that information on our website. The state health department says it is concerned about another measles outbreak in Minnesota. Department officials told the Senate hearing yesterday there are no new measles cases, but the situation is still critical. Minnesota had nearly 80 cases of measles over the spring and summer. Almost all of them were in the state's large Somali population. Health workers say they're trying to improve the Somali community's low vaccination rate.
We have not returned to business as usual, and staff remain in response mode. While we were able to issue an all clear on August 25th, 2017, which was 2 incubation periods of 21 days without a new case, the situation is still critical.
The health department says it spent nearly $2.5 million during the 5-month outbreak.
Minnesota Vikings have a bye week this weekend, so that leaves us plenty of time to talk about who's going to be the quarterback when the Vikings play again on November 12th. Head coach Mike Zimmer says Teddy Bridgewater will likely be added to the active roster next week. Bridgewater was given medical clearance to practice last month. Zimmer has praised Case Keenum for doing more than enough to help the offense. And there's Sam Bradford. His problematic knee has kept him out of the conversation until Zimmer gave a positive update yesterday.
I mean, I thought this was going to be a 1-week injury. You know, I've never thought that would linger on this long. So, but he is getting better, and you know, we'll just go from there. So, you know, when I told you guys that, you know, I thought he was close, you know, I thought he was. It just hasn't worked that way.
Well, I think that clears it up then. We know who the quarterback's going to be, right? Vikings are 6-2. The Washington Redskins, who they play next, are currently 3-4. What do you think, Kim, if you had to predict?
I mean, I think having a bye week is a perfect opportunity to get some practice in with Bridgewater, and it'd be fun to see him play.
You want Teddy back? I think Case has been winning. Why don't you stick with Case?
What if our next game were like, I don't know, 20 points ahead? Can we put Bridgewater in then?
Yes,
just to see how he plays?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Put him in the fourth quarter.